Okay, so I'm gonna start creating the keys themselves, and I'm gonna create a table called keyboard that will have all the keys in them. And this is the sign of a table in Lua. And the table is kind of like an array with some flexibility where the elements can be anything. So I'm gonna go like keyboard 1 equals new key 1. Now this new key function doesn't exist yet. I'm gonna have to make that. And I'm gonna do the same thing to all 17 keys. There's 17 keys on this small piano. So I'm just gonna copy paste the rest of these in here. So I have done this 17 times. So let's create this new key function. So function new key, and I'm gonna accept a parameter which will be accepted. Whatever number you call in here is gonna be this, but I'm just gonna call it P. End, and in here I'm gonna create another table. I'm gonna call it object. You can call it anything you want, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna return this table, and in here is where we're gonna give all the properties for each individual keys, and it's gonna get returned, so each of these keyboard will be a new key on the piano. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm gonna give the first property of this table. I'm gonna go like object dot sound. Oops. Sound equals audio dot load sound, and it wants the name of the file, in which case it wants the one dot wave like this. But I don't want to burn it in there because then it'll be the same for every one of them, and I want it to keep changing. So the dot wave that's gonna stay, and I'm gonna put in the whatever I receive here, this one, and I have to concatenate it, which is a fancy term for combining two strings. The only problem, the P is a number right now, so I'm gonna have to turn it into a string. So to string like that. So that will equal this, which is what I want. 1.wav or 2.wave, whatever it will be. So that's good. Now let's create a function. So function object play sound, and in here I'm gonna go audio dot play, and I'm going to play this thing. Great. Now we just need to figure out how to trigger this typo somewhere. Line 30 keyboard. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out how to trigger this function. We have to create new images for each of the keys. So we can do that like saying object dot key equal display dot new image, and in here you just put in the name of this image file dot png. Another typo in 21, object display dot new image Okay, so it shows up, and actually it shows up all 17 times now, and all on top of one another. Now they don't all have to be white because some of them are black. On the keyboard, you see number 1 needs to be white, number 2 needs to be black, 3, 4, 5 needs to be white, 6 needs to be white, 7, and so on and so forth. So right now they're all like just white. So we're gonna have to create a if statement in here that will separate them. So if p equals 1 or p double equals 3, etc., I'm gonna copy paste this in because this is too much to type. Like all of these. So basically, if it's 1 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 8, etc., they need to be white. Else they need to be black. So they'll be black. So let's see. And I guess they all on top of one another, so you can't really see them that well. So next we're gonna have to arrange all these keys nicely in order at the bottom here.